originated as a science. So simple, as you know that the statistics is a science subject. So statistics has a originated as a science of statehood and found application slowly and steadily in agriculture, economics, commerce, biology, medicine, industry, and planning, and other disciplines also there. So as on date, there is no other human walk of life where statistics cannot be applied. For example, if you take into account each and every subject, they are applying the statistics. Simple, if you take into account agriculture, for example, the agriculture economics. If you take into account in the general agriculture economics, if you take in the science background, agriculture economics. So in there also they will use statistics. For example, how much the a particular tree has grown from particular period to particular period. So they will measure an average. There is averages, the mean, mode, median, correlation, covariance, regression. So these are the simple statistical tools which can apply in different disciplines. There is agriculture, in economics. For example, if you take into account the production, so how much production during the particular years. So we can say on average this much production has taken place in a particular year. How much the growth rate? So we can use the growth rate formulas to calculate the how much production taken place during the particular periods. In the commerce, we can see as you know that the average marks. For example, if you take biology, the medicines. For example, if you take into account the medicines, so most of the statistical techniques they will apply to their disciplines, medicines. So before drug and after drug. For example, if you want to know that whether a particular medicine is impact on human beings or not, so they will check. So they will take two types of sample. So one is control, another non-control. It means that so control group, uncontrolled group, some like this. So they will give
Sir,
medicine
sorry
to
for
someone group.
disturbing.
Yes, please.
Sir, sorry for disturbing. Sir, so many
Yes,
students are not able to connect the class, sir.
just a minute. Okay. Now, okay. I think.
Sir,
Hello, dear.
Shravanti is there. Crucial is there. Just a minute, sir. They are posting messages in our group.
Okay, no problem.
Three of them are posted here, sir. Just add them, sir.
So I'm not able to see. That's why I didn't accept it. So now I accepted. Now, shall I continue?
Continue, sir.
Okay, thank you. Just a minute. Now, is it visible now, Praveen?
Yes, sir.
PPT?
Visible, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, in the medicines also, for example, if you take the chemistry, we can say that medicines, say, so they will apply the statistics to their discipline also. And industry, for example, if you take into industrial production, industrial prices, for example, industrial commodities and sales, output, input, so they can use statistics to their disciplines. And the planning, education, and so on. So there are number of disciplines which they can use statistics and they can apply the statistics to their disciplines as per their requirement. So here, as on date, if you take into account, till now, so there is no other human walk of life where statistics cannot be applied. Nothing but if you take into account number of subjects or number of disciplines, they are applying statistics. So that is our subject importance. For example, if you take into account day by day, the statistics importance has been increases. So if you take into account what is meant by statistics, so according to the Sir Roland A. Fisher, he has given a definition to the statistics. So the word statistics seems to have been derived from the Latin word. See here, the statistics word is derived from the three countries. So three words: see, Latin word, Italian word, and German word. For example, if you take into account the statistics word is derived from the Latin word, that is a status, or Italian word, that is a statista, or German word, that is a sostic. Each of them means a political state. Here, earlier, the statistics means nothing but political state. Political state. You can remember these three things. So the statistics word is derived from the three words. There is a Latin word, Italian word, and German words. So the Latin word is status, Italian word is statista, German word is sostic. Okay. So the word statistic is used to refer numerical facts. Numerical facts. Why we can use statistic? For example, if you take any disciplines, for example, if you take into account, as we have studied in the 8th and 9th up to the intermediate level or +2 level, most of the times the teachers and the students, they will talk about the price and demand. Price and demand. Simple, they will say that as the price increases, the demand falls down. Can anybody say that how much the price increases, how much the demand will fall? So there is a general statement. When you take into account the statistic methods for economics or in econometrics, so on the basis of some evidence, the empirical values, we can say that if the price increases by 1 rupee, how much demand is going to fall? For example, I can say that, for example, on the basis of some data, if the price increases by 1 rupee of a particular commodity, the demand will fall to the two commodities. I will say on the basis of data. That is called numerical facts. So without numerical facts, we can, if you say that, it is not valid. If you say, most of the people will believe that. So on the basis of facts only, is speaking, like nothing but the estimator is saying the true values. Here, the word statistic is used to refer the numerical facts, such as the number of people living in particular area. For example, if you take into account, so for example, how many people are living in your home? For example, how many people are in your home? For example, on the basis of how many people are living in home, your monthly expenditure or your daily expenditure. Nothing but the daily expenditure depends on number of public or people living in particular house. So on the basis of in order to know that the relationship between the household, number of households, or else number of people in particular house and their expenditure. See, if number of people are increases year by year, their family expenditure or monthly expenditure has been also increases. Then on the basis of the numerical facts, for example, if you take into account, if the two people, the boy and girl is going to marry, for example, in this year, for example, 2020. So in the next year, they may give birth to a child. So in the next year, their population is 3. The next year, their family expenditure may increases from 2020 to 2021. So like that, after 2021, if the couples, they may give another child. I think they will give birth to another child. Their family expenditure may be increases. Like this, as a family number of families size increases, their family expenditure also increases. So on the basis of the numerical facts or numerical values, we can examine the relationship between the two or more variables. Am I clear, dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, is it clear? Shall I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then, so according to A.L. Bowley, so is another person who has given a definition to the statistics. See, as per him, Bowley, statistics are numerical statement of facts. Statistics are numerical statement of facts in any department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. So as I told you that the statistics are numerical statements. For example, whatever we say, for example, if you take into account, if I give any statement after completion of this class, so I may ask that, what is your opinion on my class? I may give the quotes. For example, if you do very bad, bad, average, good, very good, for example. So after taking a feedback from the students, then if I get out of 30 members, for example, if I get 20, so 20 are they stated that good, for example. So remaining 8 people are very bad, for example. Only 2 people are very good. So on the base of the facts, then I will show you that 20 students, nothing but out of 30, the 20 students are satisfied with my class. Nothing but they are given the, nothing but they have selected the good. Nothing but they are given option that is third good. So whatever we can conclude, for example, sometimes they will say that more than 50% of the students are satisfied with my class. I will conclude like this. Nothing but good. There is an average, not bad or not good. We can say that. Okay. So here more than 50% of the students are satisfied with my class. Nothing but they told average, which is not good or which is not bad. Okay. So whatever I giving a statement, that is a numerical statement of facts. See, I collected information from you about my class. Okay. After collecting the information, I got the results. After getting the results, I will give the statement. Okay. That is, statistics are numerical statement of facts in any department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. Sometimes we may conclude that, for example, I will conduct a study that how many people are attending a class, or else percent of attendance and percent of the marks. For example, if I take, for example, if I took 40 classes, for example, I may need to study that. For example, is there any relation between percent of attendance or attendance percentage and their percent of the marks? Those who attended the more classes, they may get more marks. So like this. So here, in order to examine the relationship between the two or more variables, okay, in that case we can use statistics. That is, statistics are numerical statement of facts in any department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. Is it clear?
Sir, repeat once.
See here, simple. Say statistics are numerical statements of facts in any department. For example, any discipline. Simple. So what on the base of statistics only we can give a statement. For example, if you take into account, so if I have taken 40 classes, for example, so daily I may take your attendance, for example. So meanwhile, I may conduct internals also, for example. So I want to check whether those who attend the more classes are they get good marks or not. For example, in my results in my study, those who attended the more classes, they have got more marks. So what can I conclude? Can anybody can say that?
You are a good teacher.
Yeah.
Not at all. Sir, they consumed more. That's why they got good marks, sir.
Yeah. See, there is a positive relation. Nothing but those who are attending the more classes, they may get good marks, right? Nothing but if, for example, it may give the conclusion to the other students also. See that if you attend more classes, you could have get more marks, right? So I may conclude that there is a statement, there is a call. The statistics are numerical statement of facts. See, whatever I give the statement, that is depends on the facts only. That is depends on the facts in any discipline. Don't confuse your facts in any department, any discipline. For example, if you take into account, see, when you, for example, if you have been suffering from fever, for example, the doctor may suggest that you will take a tablet. For example, you need to consume a tablets, for example. So if the doctor will give or will write the prescription that 10 tablets. If you consume or if you take the 10 tablets only, your fever may be out. So if you consume only 5 tablets, sometimes the fever may not go away. It's a scientific. See, this is called statistics are numerical statement of facts in any discipline or any department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. So they in the for example, if you take into account, see, best example I may give that income and consumption. Income and consumption. See, when your income is increases from month to month, your consumption may also increases, right? Hello, dear students.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
For example,
yes.
for example, if your income increases from 1,000 to 12,000 per month, your consumption may also increases from 8,000 to 10,000 or more than 10,000. But there is an increases. So here, whatever we can say that there is a relationship between the two variables. There is income and consumption. So here also same thing that whatever I may give statement, there is a positive relation between the consumption and income. That is called, see, statistics are numerical statement of facts in any discipline or any department of inquiry placed. So here, so I have the doubt whether there is any relation, either negative relation or positive relation. For example, I want to know that, so is there any positive or negative relation between the consumption and income? So I have the doubt. So regarding to my doubt, so I want to verify my doubt. So after that, what I can do? Simple, I will collect information from the sample households or population or some data, for example, or sample areas. So on the base of the sample area, after collecting the data, so I will say that, so on the base of the particular sample households, so there is a positive relation between the consumption and income. Okay, then I inquired the particular place, but or else if you take into account the particular inquired in the with relation to the income and consumption. So after concluding the results, so I may conclude that there is a positive relation between the two variables, and I will say that as income increases, the consumption may also increases. So that is the thing that the statistics are numerical statement of facts in any department or any discipline of numerical or of inquiry placed in relation to each other. I hope you understood.
Yes, sir, we got it.
Okay, fine. Then, and statistics may be rigidly called scheme of averages. Scheme of averages. See, for example, as I told you that in earlier previous slides, so statistics may be rigidly called scheme of averages. Most of the times we may say that an average, scheme of average, nothing but when we are dealing with some other discipline, we can use the averages. So for example, if you take into account what is your marks in particular semester, you may say the average marks is this much. For example, if you take into account, if you scored out of 600 or 400 marks, for example, you may not say 400, you may say in the percentage, on average I got around 80 marks in particular subject, like that. For example, in particular subject you may get 95, in particular subject you may get 35, in other subject you may get 70. So if I ask that what is your marks, sometimes if I ask that what is your average marks in particular semester, so most of the people will say that on average I got this much of marks. Okay, so that is why the statistics may be rigidly called scheme of averages. Scheme of averages. Okay. Then another person here, see, according to the Cruxton and Cowden, statistics may be defined as the science of collection. See, statistics may be defined as a science of collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of the numerical data from the logical analysis. For example, as I told you that earlier also, see, that is what statistics tell us. Remember, collection of the data. After collecting the data, how we can present, that is a presentation. After presentation, how we have analyzed the different aspects or different values. And after analysis, how we can interpret the different values. So here, as per the Crux and Cowden, simple, the statistics may be defined as the science of collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of numerical data from logical analysis. Logical analysis. Simple, you can remember in statistics, what statistics tell us? Simple, collection of the data. After collecting the data, what we can do? Simple, we can present in different forms. And after presenting the data, how we can analyze it? After analyzing the data, how we are interpreting the data? How we can interpret the data? So these are the four things which are very important in our subject. Simple, collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation. Simple, you can remember. Once again, I'm repeating: collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation. Okay, CPAI. Simple, you can shortcut it CPAI. CPAI: collection, presentation, analysis, and interpretation. Shortcut, you can remember. Okay. Is it clear about statistic introduction part?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we want to know that what are the functions of statistics? What the statistics can do? Okay. Here, see the functions of statistics. The first one is the presentation of facts in definite form. So, as you know that after collecting the information, what we can do? We can present. So, different forms. Okay, there is a presentation of facts in different forms. So, whatever you collect information, the collections, the information is a facts only. Okay, so how we can present in different forms? That it presents the complex data in easy form. For example, if you take the data, for example, if you collect information from the 1,000 samples, so you may not present easily. Nothing but one person income is 10,000, another second person is income 15,000, third person income 40,000, fourth person income is 50,000. Like this, if you enter like this, so you need to take more number of pages. Nothing but you may display nothing but you can put the data in different pages. So here, on the basis of statistics, on the basis of some statistical techniques, we can present the data, complex data in easy form. We can present easily. Nothing but whatever you collect information, we can easily can present the data in the easy format. We can say simple easy format. Then fourth one, helpful to comparison. Helpful to comparison. So I will show you that how we can how the statistic can be useful to comparison purpose. Comparison purpose. So next one, helpful to analyzing data. How we can analyze the data also I will show. Then helpful to forecasting and prediction. For example, if you take into account the prices, the stock prices, if you take weather forecasting, how the particular department how they can forecast the weather reports and whether the rain will come or not, and how we can formulate the hypothesis and how we can test the hypothesis. This is a very main topic in our syllabus. There's the formulation and testing of hypothesis. The eighth one, helpful to policy formation. Helpful to policy formation. So the statistics are very useful in policy formulation. For example, if regard to particular farmer, for example, if you take farmer's issue, what is the main policy to take place to solve the farmer's problems? So the statistics can help to make or frame a new policy. In the last one, helps in measuring after effects. For example, see, if you take into account before and after, as I told you earlier, so the statistic will more helpful in measuring the after effects. For example, if you take into account the liberalization and privatization and globalization, so if you take into account, so on the basis of some statistical methods, we want to know that whether the particular economic policy is impacted on production or exports or imports. That is the case, we can use statistical methods in our economics. Am I clear, dear students?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So I will show you some of the example how we can use what are the functions of statistics. See, as I told you that comparison, see, helpful to how it can be useful. See, if you take, for example, is another person, one person is a one person. For example, if you want to know that scores, for example, when you watch the crickets, okay. So, for example, if you take the two batsmen, for example, that's why we can use versus. For example, if you take badminton or other games, they will show you that like versus. So in this particular match, he has scored like this much, and in the particular match, he has scored this much. In the second match, he has scored like this. In the second match, he has got this much score. So this is a comparison purpose we can use. Okay, is it clear?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes.
So we can use different diagrams also for the comparison purpose. For example, only I am showing this only one diagram. Then forecasting. For example, if you take into account what is meant by forecasting, simple, we can estimate the future things. For example, if you take into account day wise, 7-day forecast in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So when the particular department, the IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, or some other experts, those field is very nothing but they have the more knowledge in the forecasting. So on the basis of previous data, they can estimate that whether the rain will fall on Wednesday or Tuesday or Friday or not. See, when you observe this 7 graphs, see, in these 3 days, the rain will fall, right? Hello?
Yes.
See here, if you observe this diagram, see, there are different diagrams are there. See, in the 7 diagram, these 3 days, the estimator I estimate that Wednesday, Thursday, on Friday, the rain will tend to be fall, right? So this is the forecasting. Nothing but on the basis of previous data, the experts will forecast the future things. Okay, this is a forecasting. Estimation, nothing but after estimating that is, for example, if you take into account, see, this is the rainfalls. For example, if you take another forecasting also there, for example, if you take sales, for example, if you estimate that sales of particular automobiles, for example, if you take vehicles, if you take cars, okay. So see, when you observe, there are advertisement on cars and advertisement sales of cars. For example, if the company is ready to invest more and more on advertisements, nothing but if they will spend more amount on advertisements, what will happen? Their sales may be increases, right? Hello?
Yes,
sir.
Hello? Yeah. So please respond to my question. See, so if the company is spending more amount on advertisement expenditure, nothing but advertisement, their sales may be going to increase. See, we will examine or we will estimate that if the company spend more amount on advertisement, their sales may be increases, right? If the company may reduce the sales, if the company reduce their expenditure on advertisement, their sales may be decreases.
Yes, sir.
For example, in the market, we can see easily there is which company is giving more advertisement towards to the particular vehicles, that sales are increases day by day. So in that case also we can estimate the relationship between the facts and variables. So we can easily estimate the relationship between the facts or variables. Okay, simple we can here say on the base of the data only, simple we can estimate the relationship between the expenditure on advertisement and sales of the particular company or vehicle. Is it clear? I think what are the functions of statistics? Is it clear? One by one?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see another one here, the formulation of and the testing of hypothesis. So mainly here, I think we have the another chapter on the hypothesis. Maybe see what is meant by hypothesis? Nothing but is a statement of conjectural imagination. Simple hypothesis, nothing but the statement. Simple we can the statement. Nothing but So before election, so some people will give the statement that particular party is going to win, right?
Yes, sir.
If you take recently Bihar, most of the people, nothing but those who are expert in the political, so they have told that particular party is going to win, not X party, X party. So we not to verify as an economic student, what we can do, simple, we can examine whether the particular statement is good or not, or nothing but whether the particular statement is accepted or rejected in our economic terminology. Okay, so in that case, in order to reject or accept, we can collect the information and we can test it. After testing that hypothesis, then only we can say that the hypothesis is accepted or rejected. Okay, deeply we can discuss in a particular chapter how we can formulate hypothesis and how we can test. Then the statistics are very useful to the policy formation. So in order to make policies, or in order to frame a new policies with respect to the different aspects, industries, agriculture, or service sectors, so on the basis of statistics values or numerical facts only, the policy will take place. Okay, so as I told you that how the statistics can help in measuring the effect, measuring after effects, nothing but see whether the, if you want to know that whether the particular policies impact on economy or not, we can easily measure by using statistics. So I think I hope all these functions are clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you are not understand, then I will explain again. Don't worry. Shall I go next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then we want to know that what are the scope of statistics. Nothing. What is the scope of statistics? See, as earlier I told you in the previous slides, see, the statistics subject or statistics is application of statistics in any discipline. Nothing but statistic application of statistics in number of disciplines or number of subjects. See here, where there is a scope for statistics, for example, if you take industries, there's a lot of scope for statistics. For example, if you take into industries, efficiency, efficiency main concept. See how the company is maintaining their efficiency. If you take banks, which bank has maintained a good efficiency? So in order to measure the efficiency, we need to use some statistical techniques. Okay, so here there is a lot of scope for industries and a commerce subject if you take into account. So in the commerce discipline, see, averages, accounts, average incomes, salaries, and companies' profits, inputs, input price, output price, profits, discounts. See, on the there are different techniques which are applicable in the statistics. And agriculture, if you take agriculture, and statistics will be applicable in the economics, statistics and education. For example, if you take education, marks, gender. So if you take into account, some people may see that the girls' average marks are better than boys' average marks. How we can examine? So there is a different groups. There is on the basis of gender. For example, if male, female. If you take another aspect, there is a male, female, and third gender. Men, women, and third gender, like this. So here simple, we can use the statistics in education also. For example, marks, height, weight, and the students height and weight. If you take science, if you take medicines, see here, if you take nutritions, for example, see, nutrition people also will use the statistics. For example, their height and weight. If you take science, especially in medicines, see, as we are growing, our weight should be also grow. If you are not growing properly, there is some problem in our health, right? So like this, Is there any relation
Yes,
between
sir.
height and weight? Height and weight also. Height and weight. So see, when you are taking account of BMI, there is a body mass index. So on the base of height and weight also, on the base of height and weight, the BMI will be the nothing but body mass index results will be happen. Nothing but we will get the BMI results. The plannings. So in planning also we can use statistics. Fine. Statistics and modern applications. For example, if you take econometrics and other disciplines, new genetics, microbiology. If you take into account astrology, also we can use statistics. Okay. Nowadays, see the astrology people also use the statistics. So that is a beauty of statistics in our economics or in other subjects. So these are the scopes of statistics in different disciplines. I hope this also understood.
Sir,
Yes, please.
Ashok is
Sir.
waiting for class invitation, sir.
Yes, okay, okay. Just a minute.
Sir, still there so many people are waiting.
Stock market prediction.
So while teaching, I'm unable to look at their names on the screen. Only I'm able to see my PPT only. That is the case. Now are they joined or?
Yes, they join.
They're still not joined, sir. Ashok not joined.
Some of them are still waiting.
You, so is the PPT is visible for you now?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now?
Yes, sir. Now also.
No, no, no. No, no.
Yeah, okay.
Just a black screen.
Yes.
Okay. So, for example, if somebody will join, let me know. Okay. Because when I'm looking at PPT, I'm not able to look at them. Okay, fine. See, I think I hope this one also understood scope of statistics.
So can you please repeat this?
See, the scope of statistics, nothing but here, where we can apply statistics in different disciplines. For example, see, in industries, we can use statistics. For example, industrial production, industrial employment, IIP, index of industrial price. For example, if you take commerce, accounts, so we can use statistics, averages, the rate of percent of profits, percent of discounts. And agriculture also we can use statistics. As you know, the economics, how we can use statistics in our economic subjects. And in education, if you take into account marks of boys and marks of girls, what is the average? For example, if you take in any class, for example, so how much girls are secured, nothing but on average girls secured this percent of marks, and on average the boys secured this much of marks. So in the education field also we can use statistics. If you take into planning, we can use statistics. And statistics and medicines, for example, if you take in the medicines subject or discipline, we can use statistics. As I told you earlier, medicines, for example, if you take nutrition, for example, if you take into account, so as the age of the person is increases, their weight should be also increases. That is a scientific, or we can say the medicine. And statistics and modern applications. For example, nowadays the statistics subject which we can use in modern different types of applications, not only this above, and we can use the different disciplines. For example, if you take astrology and other disciplines, for example, if you take into account political science, sociology, the social aspects also we can use statistics. In the political empowerment, for example, if you take into account that another disciplines, for example, public administration, we can use statistics. And different disciplines, Like, for example, if you take in psychology, we can use the statistics. So that is the beauty of statistics. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Stock market prediction.
So then another subtopic is that is the characteristics, uses and limitations of statistics. See here, in earlier class, PPTs, so we came to know that what is in the statistics and what are the scope, what is the scope of statistics, what are the functions of statistics. So we can discuss that what are the characteristics of statistics. What are the characteristics of statistics? What are the characteristics of statistics?
Connection, presentation, analysis, interpretation.
See, the characteristic of statistics. The first one is the aggregate facts. Aggregate facts. So from starting onwards, I told you that the statistics deals with the facts only. Simple. The statistics deals with the facts. So here in statistics, the main characteristics aggregate the facts. Aggregate the facts. Second one, numerically expressed. Nothing but statistics always deals with the numbers. Simple. Statistics deal with the numbers. Numbers in the sense, so which we can express in the numerically. Then 3, collected in a systematic manner. So whatever we are going to collect information, that information should be in systematic manner. Is it clear?
Yes,
Third
sir.
point.
Yes, sir.
Then fourth point, collected for a predetermined purpose. What purpose we are going to collect information? Whatever we thought today, for example, so today nothing but see, my objective is to study the relation between the consumption and income. Consumption and income. So that is my objectives, nothing but in order to examine the consumption income, right? So simple, tomorrow I will collect information with regard to consumption income. Simple. Consumption income. That is whatever we are going to collect information. That information should be predetermined purpose. Predetermined purpose. Okay. So whatever you have the idea or your main goal. So in order to reach our goal, we will collect the information. For example, if you take into account, my objective is to study my income, others expenditure. Shall I collect information from others, both their expenditure, their income? Hello?
Sir, repeat the question once.
See, for example, the fourth one is collected for a predetermined purpose. Whatever we are going to collect information on particular variables. For example, see, I want to examine the relationship between consumption and income. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here my objective is nothing but what I determined earlier. So here I want to examine the relation between only consumption and income. Then only I will collect information only consumption and income. That is collected for predetermined purpose. Predetermined purpose. So whatever you thought earlier, as per your thought only, you may collect information with regard to your particular variables. So my predetermined purpose is nothing but I want to examine the relation between consumption and income. That is my predetermined purpose. So simple, I may collect information from a sample about their income, their consumption. That is collected for predetermined purpose.
Yes, sir.
And fifth one,
Yes, sir.
enumerated or estimated according to the reasonable standards of accuracy. Here enumerated nothing but when we are collecting information, that is called enumeration or enumerated under. See here, those who can collect information from the sample households, the person is called enumerator or enumerated. Enumerator, simple. Enumerator nothing but the person, those who are going to collect information from the sample also directly. Or we can say estimator or estimated people, or scholar, we can say simple, we can say that. For example, if I give a statement that, so I want to know that I may give the project work, for example, what is the relation between the consumption income? So simple, if you, for example, you people are so likely to study the relation between the consumption income. What you can do? So simple, you may take a 2 or 3 pages white papers. Then you will go and collect nothing. You will go and meet a particular persons, the households. What is your monthly income and what is your monthly consumption? Only I want to take 2 variables. For example, so you may visit house to house and you may collect different data. That is your first household data income and second household income, third household income, like this. And the first household consumption, second household consumption, third household consumption. So up to the number of n, nothing but number of 100 samples, for example, if you take. So here, whatever we are collecting information with regard to the particular variables, the enumerator will take a clear picture. Nothing but enumerator will came to know or understood easily there is a positive and there is a negative, whether there is a positive relation or negative relation. That is the case, enumerated or esteemed according to the reasonable standards of accuracy. Then sixth one, placed in relation to each other. So after collecting the information with regard to particular variables, so simple, we can place in relation to each other. For example, if you take placements, for example, if you take generally when you are estimating the relation between the two variables, simple, when you put the two variables in one side in the particular area, for example, if you take rainfall data and other data, for example, production, for example. So if you take if the rainfalls are very high, the production may not good. If the rainfall is more than average, the production is good. Because if the over rainfall may cause or damage the crops. So here the place relation to each other, nothing but simple, we can observe is there any relation between the two variables or two or more variables with regard to particular relation. So am I clear about this characteristics of statistics?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then if it is clear, then I will go another slide.
So you can, sir.
Yeah, thank you. The next one, uses of statistics in economics. Uses of statistics in economics. So little bit we discussed about what are the uses of statistics in economics. So to this slide we will discuss deeply how we can use statistics in economics. See the measurement of GDP, how the GDP can takes place. Can anybody can say that? Hello?
Excuse me.
GDP means gross domestic product.
Yeah, GDP means gross domestic product. How the Indian government can calculate the GDP?
Don't know, sir.
So as you know that I think most of the people know consumption and C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus R minus P. Hello?
Sir, we can calculate GDP method, sir. That is.
Yeah, product method, income method, expenditure method, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
here,
Yes, sir.
main components: consumption, investment, right?
Yes, sir.
C plus I plus G plus X minus exports and imports. Okay. So on the different values, simple we can use the GDP. Nothing but we can measure the GDP by using statistics. The next one, input output. So here, when you are using statistics in economics, so simple input, output, income, consumption, etc. are systematically, scientifically analyzed with the help of statistics. For example, see when you are using the inputs, and average how many inputs you are using? And average, how many outputs are you and average, how much output you got by using the certain inputs. So and average, how much income you got. So these are the things which we can use in our economics. Then third one, estimation of population growth rate. For example, here see, year by year, day by day, the population growth is taking place. For example, if you take, in order to estimate the population growth rate, how the population growth rate can be estimated? How the population growth can be estimated? For example, every 10 years, once in 10 years, the population can be calculated or gathered information from the particular population. So, see, estimation of the population growth rate. Then fourth one, estimation of poverty and unemployment. See, in order to estimate the poverty, most of the times we may have used the statistics. And unemployment also we can use statistics. Then next one, inflation rate, nothing but inflation, stagflation, and deflation. Okay, so here in order to estimate the inflation, nothing but how much the prices of particular commodity has been increases in particular period. That's the inflation. So see, if the price of the commodities increases from 10 rupees to 20 rupees, how much the inflation rate is there? So we can use statistics. And sixth one, decision making in economics are undertaken with the help of the statistics. See, after concluding all these things, so next.
What do you mean by stagflation?
See,
Hello.
decision making in economics are undertaken with the help of the statistics. See, when we are before taking any decision in our economics, simple, on the basis of some statistical values, we can increase or decrease. For example, see, if you take into account gold prices, for example, see, if for example, the seller, if they want to reduce the price of the gold, what they can think about their demand. If they increase the price from 50,000 to 60,000, how much the demand is going to decrease? So in that case, they will take a decisions in economics and are taken with the help of the statistics. For example, if you take, if the demand, nothing but if the price increases from 1 rupee to 2 rupees, how much the demand is going to fall? Or if the price of the commodity decreases from 1 rupee to 50 paise, how much demand is going to increase? Best example I will give the example. See, so you may have an idea about the D-marts, big bazaars, and some shopping malls. Do you have awareness about these things? D-mart, have you visited any time?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What they will do, day by day, they will take a decisions in the particular commodities. In one day, they may give 20%. In another day, they may not give 20%. Sometimes they may give more than 20% also. Why? So in order to attract the customers, nothing but, so the percentage nothing but, if they will give the 20 to 25% in the next day, today they may give 20%, tomorrow they may give 25%. It means that they are going to reduce the price. Here, it means only they want to increase their demands, nothing but they want to increase their sales, right? So these are the things, decision makings in economics are undertaken with the help of the statistics. I hope, I think in the mathematics we have that linear equations, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Linear functions. Sometimes we can say the linear functions. So in our statistics also we can use the linear functions. I will give the example also tomorrow. I think if the time permits, tomorrow I will show you that how much, if the price increases from 1 rupee to 2 rupees, how much demand is going to fall. So I will show you. Next, economic planning. See, when we are doing a plans, for example, see, in planning commissions, when you are particular plans, for example, in order to achieve the targets. So on the base of the numerical facts, so they will estimate the target rates. For example, if you take into account, so earlier we have the planning commissions, Earlier, we have the planning commissions. Is it visible for you, for example?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Which
sir.
one?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
This one, my Google page. Just
Yes,
a
sir.
minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wait.
Sir, you can post a question, see, sir.
Just a minute. I will take a question. Just a minute. Now, are you getting my screen?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to get my screen? Nothing but my Google page.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Only
No.
your
No,
face.
sir. No, no.
Only your face, sir. You can get your presentation.
No.
Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. I'll quickly stop it. Just a minute. Now, is it visible now? Present?
Yes, sir.
Sir, only your face, not your
Sir,
presentation.
sir, your face is able to see us, sir. Not your Google
Now,
page.
are you able to?
You can see your screen,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes.
Yeah, screen is okay. Fine. See, yeah. See, in economic planning, so as you know that the plannings, why we can do the plannings, nothing but for personal planning also we may see. So in order to achieve our targets, we may prepare some plans. Okay. So in our plannings also in planning commissions, in real now it is in Niti Aayog. See, so in order to achieve the targets of Indian economy, they may give different plans. They may have the different plans to achieve their targets. So how they can fix the target, the particular target 6%, 4%, 1%, 2% on the basis of statistical values of different things, agriculture economy or industrial economy or service sector economy. Like, so in that case also we can use statistics in our economics and marketing field. For example, if you take in the marketing, agriculture marketing, especially for example, transport cost, labor cost, or different market charges. So and average how much market charges for the particular farmers, for example, if you take into account. So these are the things which we can use. We can use of statistics in different disciplines or different things. So somebody asked this question. What is that? May I know that?
What is stagflation?
Sir, Ishan post a question, sir.
Yeah, stagflation. Okay, stagflation is nothing but see higher inflation with unemployment. For example, see nowadays maybe we have been suffering from that this thing, the stagflation. See, so here nowadays the day by day the some of the commodities price has been increases. There is a inflation, right? And nowadays we are getting a lot of problem of unemployment. See, day by day or year by year, unemployment rate is increases along with the inflations. That is called stagflation. May I write?
Okay, sir.
Am I right?
Clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Then the last slide, there is a limitation of statistics. Limitation of statistics. So statistics deals with the quantitative aspects, but not qualitative aspects. Simply can remember what is the limitation thing, but the statistics cannot be studied the qualitative aspects. But here in our statistics, in our economics, some of the qualitative aspects we can convert into the quantitative aspects. Then only the statistic will deal with the quantitative aspects, but not qualitative aspects. Okay. For example, say, for example, marks we can use in statistics, but if you take into account caste, can you able to use caste as a statistics?
Sir,
In case of
I'm
caste,
not
we
able
can.
to see your PPT, sir.
Yeah, see. I'm sharing the window, no?
No, sir.
It is not visible.
I'm just able to see your files.
Which file is this?
No, sir.
This one only you are using. Okay.
Only your face is visible.
Just a minute. I will. Now?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No,
The limitations of statistics.
Sir, only your face is visible for us.
Only your face is.
Sir, no,
Somebody
your
saying
screen
okay,
is-
somebody is not saying. Slowly you may get, I think. Yes?
Not
Yes,
at
sir.
all.
I'm able to see. Visible.
I think now screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
See the
Yes.
limitations of statistics. Limitations of statistics. See, the statistics deals with the quantitative aspects, but not qualitative aspects. Simple, as you know that statistics deal with the numbers. Number in the sense quantitative, but not qualitative. But for example, in our statistics, when you are applying in the research field, some of the qualitative data, but the qualitative aspects also we can study by using the statistics. But when you take into account this thing, the statistics deal with quantitative aspects, but not qualitative aspects. So sometimes if you take into account quantitative aspect in the sense which we can measure. Okay. For example, if you take into account qualitative aspects, we cannot say that, for example, in the quantitative aspects, we can say that 3 is greater than 2, 20 is greater than 10. Like this, for example, if you take numbers, if you have the numbers, by using the numbers, we can use statistics and we can conclude some results or we can get some inferences. The next one, statistics is not suitable to study the study of qualitative phenomena. See, as I told you that statistics is not suitable to the study of qualitative phenomenon. I think, but if you take into account discrimination, for example, if you take discrimination towards to gender, for example, if you take women. Hello? Hello? Are you able to listen my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, statistics is not suitable to the study of qualitative phenomenon. For example, if you take into account discrimination, can anybody show that is there any discrimination? Discrimination is not visible. For example, if you take the discrimination is a qualitative phenomenon. For example, if you take into account how much income you are getting, for example, if you get your monthly income is 10,000, for example. So that is the case. That is a quantitative discrimination. For example, if I ask the question that have you been suffering from discrimination? You may say yes or no.
No.
So this is called qualitative phenomenon. So sometimes in our economics or in our research field, some of the qualitative variables also we can study. Nothing but by using the qualitative variables, for the qualitative variables we can apply the statistical tools also. Okay. And it does not deal with the individual items. When you take into account statistics, it does not deal with the individual items. And statistics laws are not exact. For example, if you take into account whatever the statistics laws are there are not exact. Not exact. Sometimes if I say that, for example, say the 11th standard and 12th standard, for example, if I am taking into account how many marks you secured in 11th standard in particular economic subject, you may scored 70. Okay. For example, in the 12th standard, you may have scored 80, for example. Okay. So I may expected to know how many marks you are going to get in this BSc honors first year, for example. So I may expected that an average 75. Okay. So if I say 75, you may get 75. You may get more than 75. You may get less than 75. So whatever I get some results, the results are very close to the actual values. See, that is the case. The statistics laws are not exact. So in that case, for example, if you take into account, that is the case in mathematics and econometrics. There is an exact relationship in mathematics. Exact relationship in mathematics. For example, 2 plus 2 is 4.
Oh.
But whereas in economics, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4.
Yes, sir. Four.
See, yeah, we can 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. But in our economics, sometimes if you take into account the variables, 2 plus 2 may not equal to 4. Maybe it may be close to 4. Close to 4 in the sense less than 4 or more than 4. Nothing but some of the random factors will affect the economy. For example, if you take into account in the mathematics, 2 plus 2 is 4. For example, if you take GDP calculation or target growth rate, for example, if you take the Planning Commission or Niti Aayog, so see the target rate is 6%. So as per their expertise, so the target rate should be 4, but the target growth cannot be same. Nothing but the target rate and actual achieved rate. So why there is a gap between that achieved and target? There is a random things, nothing but random variables may happen, nothing but see random. For example, see for example, if I take a class at 11 o'clock, for example, tomorrow I may take 11 o'clock, but day after tomorrow I may not take 11 o'clock. Why? Because day after tomorrow I may not get proper internet connection. In this case, this is a random variable. I expected to come 11 o'clock, but actually due to some lack of network connectivity, so I may join after 11 o'clock. So I will give the examples where it can be applied, how there is an inexact or exact relation. So in that case only the statistics laws are not exact. Then next point, statistics may be misused. Statistics may be misused. What is misused? So numerical facts are true. Only an average can be misused. See, sometimes as I told you that the numerical facts are true. Only an average can be misused. So on the basis of the values only, we may study we may conclude, we may estimate or we may calculate the averages, but the numerical facts are true. Only an average can be misused. Statistics is only one of the method of studying the problem. See, if you take into account, statistics is the only one of the method of studying the problem. For example, there are a lot of problems in our economy. Okay, so in order to solve the problem, so statistics subject is the only one, not only one, nothing but statistics is only one of the method of studying the problem. So there are a lot of problems in the economy. So wherever it requires only we can apply the statistics. For example, if you take into account discrimination, for example, if you take discrimination, so we can apply the statistics. But so in you take into account in the reality, if you participation observation, for example, if you take into account anthropologists and other people, so in order to study the particular phenomenon, so they may include nothing but they may join with them nothing but if you take into our tribal people. For example, if you have some questions, they may not respond nothing but, so they may look at different at you. So if you nothing but if you join with them, nothing but your way of talking, your way of behaving, your dress style and other things, okay, so they will express their views with you. For example, unknown people, they may not say you nothing but they may not express their views, and they may not express their things, okay. So in that case only, statistics is only one of the methods of studying a problem. So there are other methods also there to study the or to solve the problem. So am I clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
What is the
Yes.
time now?
12:20, sir.
Okay. So I think I'll stop here. Tomorrow I will take. I think tomorrow we don't have the class now. So day after tomorrow we can take. Okay.
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear? Hello, dear students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you please suggest us some books for reading?
Yeah, I think in the university only they have given the reading books.
No, sir. No,
In your
itself.
syllabus only. No. If you open your syllabus, you may get that reference book and reading books.
Okay, sir.
In our university, the university will provide our